Hey everybody, what's up? Thanks for coming in to check out the 900 Global Volt solid ball review video. I appreciate you guys being here. I've been trying to get this video out for 2 weeks and I've just been so busy I haven't had the time to do it. I also want to tell you, if you guys are looking for a different perspective on this ball, from maybe a lower speed and a little bit lower rev guy, there's a channel you got to check out. One of my bowling buddies has a great channel. The name of that channel is Random Bowler Guy. Make sure you look it up because he does some great stuff. He reviews a lot of the same stuff that I do, and it'd be a great way to get a different perspective on this. Before we get going, let me, as always, give you my 3 promises. Number 1, this is a non-staff review. I'm a non-staff player. You're going to see good shots and bad shots in all of my videos. Some videos are better than others. That's what I want you to see. I want you to see what a ball can do. Number 2, every ball that I review has at least 10 games on it. This one has 16. And number 3, guys, is just me being honest with you. I want to shoot you straight and give you all the information I can and allow you to make the decision. Before we get going, though, notice that I'm shooting on the PBA Bear sport pattern. The layout here is 65 by 4 by 20, which is identical to the Pearl version of this ball. But what's really different is the motion. Now, I'm not quite sure how to really describe this motion other than, I would say, controlled, strong, and consistent across the lane. It's definitely not as sharp as the Pearl. The Pearl is much sharper off the spot, even with the same drilling. Much sharper off the spot. But this ball definitely rolls with more aggression than the Pearl. It rolls with a little bit more traction. It just seems to be very strong. Like it rolls differently. And in the comparison video that I promised Bernie in the 900 Global Facebook group is coming, and you guys will see that. But this ball is still very continuous. Probably not as much as the Equilibrium, because that's probably the most continuous piece that I've ever thrown. But very continuous nonetheless. It's more consistent than the Pearl, and I think the difference here, aside of the fact that it's a solid cover, is that apparently 900 added a like some kind of a additive or a catalyst or something like that to the ball that would increase traction in the oil, and you can definitely see that with the original ball. It wasn't uncommon to get the ball lost on maybe a spot down the lane, and then it wouldn't come off the spot the way you would hope. And I think some Pearls are susceptible to that anyway, but the Volt, I thought, was extremely susceptible to that. Just maybe hitting a little bit of oil and just skidding a little too far, and then all of a sudden you've got some washout or something weird like that. But the motion of this is really fantastic. Very continuous, hits hard, hits really hard. But if I had to talk about maybe a hallmark, as you guys know, I give everything I review kind of a hallmark, like what does it do better than most things? I think that would be the usability. This ball, I think the breadth of conditions that you can use it on is more than maybe anything I've gotten to review lately. I think there's a lot of balls that can be used on a lot of different conditions, but this one I think is really good on sport, and I think it's really good on just medium heavy patterns. And if you're a house shot bowler, if you're a guy that bowls predominantly on house shots, you are going to kill with this ball. This thing is a house shot killer. Absolutely unbelievable on a house shot. It's probably not ideal for really heavy patterns, like the Python or something like that, or something really light. It's probably not ideal for either, but it can cover a lot of conditions. I mean, this is really a great first option out of your bag on most patterns. I think this is a ball that'll give you a read on what's happening and let you see what ball change you need to make if you need to make one. For me, it's been really good. My strike percentage with this ball through 16 games is 67.3%. My average is 224 with this ball, right on the button. I've seen a lot of people throwing it, and it looks good for most people. Now, the one guy that I saw throwing it that it just didn't seem to be working real well for him was a guy that was extremely low rev. He was a speed dominant player, and the ball just didn't seem to respond well for him. But to be frank, with that particular player, there's not a lot of stuff I've seen him throw that actually moves at all. So he's extremely speed dominant, though. I think for a normal speed dominant player, it's probably fine. But overall, very impressive piece. The ball is very consistent in its motion. I think you saw it in the video here through these 10 frames. And to say that I'm impressed would probably be an understatement. We finished the game well. We finished out at 269, which is great on the sport shot. To be totally fair, the PBA bear is one of my favorite patterns, and it's a pattern that I've shot 300s on before, and I have shot a 300 with this ball already. So the question becomes, does it make the bag, and is it a main bag or one of the ball totes? So this is going in the main bag. This is a benchmark piece. It is legit. This ball is fantastic. Final grade here, a resounding A, big time A. Let's get to the grade sheet. The appearance, I think this ball is rad. It looks awesome, so I gave it 5 points. Reliability, for those that are new to the channel, reliability is the motion that's in the ball. Is it reliable to strike? And the answer here is yes, absolutely. Repeatability is, if I do the same thing frame to frame to frame to frame, is the ball going to do what it's been doing? Is it going to be consistent? And the answer there is yes. Gave it 4.5 points. 5 points on the finish. Again, very strong through the deck, pretty continuous, and it hits hard. Total points here is 24 and an A. This is one of the highest graded balls I've done. It's a fantastic piece. And I will ask one of you math nerds out there to maybe help me out. I would like to put a new metric of measurement into my grading, because I really would like to do a performance versus price ratio. Some way to show you guys, okay, we've got my 5 categories that I use, but if there was another way that I could add another number to maybe give you guys more information and allow you a chance to say, you know what, the price to performance ratio is really high on this ball, maybe I should check it out. So if one of you have got some ideas, let me know. I'm all ears. But I would say dollar for dollar, this is probably one of the best I've thrown since I've been back. It is really, really good. A very strong ball. It rolls great, looks good, definitely worth consideration. So what's in the main bag? Well, you remember I didn't show you last time because we had some changes in the bag. So let me show you what those are. First ball here is the 900 Global Volt Solid. Great ball. I really enjoy it. Next here we got the Phase 3 by Storm, which is one of my favorites. We have the Venom Shock Pearl by Motive, which isn't leaving the bag anytime soon. We've got the Omega Crux by Storm, which again is not leaving the bag anytime soon. Love that ball. And then we've got the Alpha Jackal by Motive. So that's what's in my main bag. So you remember last time I said there's some things that are changing, and I'm going to do some things different and kind of change things up. Well, here's where those changes come in. What I did was I added 2 more totes to my arsenal. I added a light to medium oil tote, and then I added a medium to heavy oil tote, and then I've got my standard tote, which is my day-to-day tote. You won't see that one because I haven't decided what's going into that tote yet, but I do know what's going in the other 2. So let me give you what's going in the light to medium tote. First and foremost is the After Dark Hybrid. I did a review on this ball. This ball, I don't know how this is on their lower end. This ball is fantastic. Definitely worth a look from 900 Global. Then we go to the Intel by Radical, which is an amazing ball. Really, really strong piece for a lot of different conditions. A very good ball. And then third is the Venom Shock, the original Venom Shock. I had one, got rid of it, and got another one drilled, and it's perfect, ready to go. So that's my light to medium tote. So the medium to heavy tote, this is the tote that I'll be using on really heavy shots. So we've got the Volatility, which was also one of my highest reviewed balls to date. This thing is really a lot of traction with this ball. Next would be the Vision, the Halo Vision, which is a fantastic hybrid. If you're in the market for a big asymmetric hybrid, there's 2 of them I'd recommend, and that's it. And the other one would be the Baller. And then the third ball here is the Conspiracy, OG Conspiracy. I feel like you could throw that on ice and still get 10 boards out of it. So I want to say thanks to you guys for watching, and thanks to Arapahoe Bowling Center for letting me come in and do what I do. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot. It's a great place if you're in the Denver metro area. And then, of course, Bobby's Pro Shop. He's one of the best in town. If you're in need of ball, bag, shoes, whatever it might be, look him up if you're in the metro area. So thanks to those guys. And then again, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe. You get the latest stuff. My email is right there. Make sure you hit me up with questions, comments, inquiries, anything, or on Facebook. That's fine too. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.